Welcome to Redneck Golf, the game. What we've done is created a golf game combining the culture of the redneck lifestyle with the sophisticated golf industry. It's created a lot of laughs and a lot of familiar bets on the golf course. Redneck Golf consists of 8 authentic poker chips. You have 2 positives, a birdie, which is our character called Bubba. Obviously a birdie is 1 under par, a 1 putt, making a putt on a green only 1 time after you land on the green. And of course we have 5 negatives. It's Bubba with our Redneck Riviera when your ball goes in the water. Of course, sand trap, your ball goes in the sand. And of course in the trees, your ball goes in the trees. It's Bubba reading how not to slice while his ball's in the woods. And of course scoring at 7 on holes is a negative. Shows that off on his back. And of course the infamous snowman, scoring an 8 or more on a hole, which is also a negative. And of course we have an additional chip, which is sold separately, which is our beer chip. And the way the beer chip rule works is every par 3, the furthest from the pin on the opening drive gets the beer chip. So for example, if you have the worst tee shot on a par 3, you get the beer chip. If it's in your pocket when a beer cart comes around, guess who's buying? So people ask, well, what happens if she comes around twice? Well, guess what? You're buying twice. And then of course we have our wild card, which is our wild, crazy redneck golf cart. This rule we can make up before we tee off. It could be a positive, closest to the pin, longest drive, or we can make it a negative, lost ball, out of bounds. So for example, the way the game works, all the bags come in a little pouch with instructions in it as well. So for example, let's say we have a foursome. Let's say it's me, let's say Barbara, Kevin, and let's say some guy named Mark. We're the foursome, and we're ready to tee off, and I have the game. We only need 1 game per foursome. I simply say, let's play a little redneck golf today, and let's make a friendly wager of, let's just say $1 a chip. And for those that don't want to play for money and just want to play for points, we can do that as well. But we all know just about all of us play for money. So let's say we play for $1 a chip. What that means is for every positive chip you have at the end of 18 holes, each player has to pay you $1. However, for every negative chip you're holding at the end of 18 holes, you have to pay each player $1. So this is where it gets fun. Let's say we tee off, and Kevin, you slice, you go in the woods. I know your game well. So I simply pull out the tree chip from my bag, and I toss this right in the tee box. So we all get a laugh out of it, but you know right now you're on the hook for $1, $1, and $1, unless you get rid of the chip by the end of the 18th hole. And the way you do that's real easy. The next time you see any of us go in the woods, you say, hey, you know what? I saw that. You may drive by on a golf cart and toss it to me, because I went in the woods after that. It's always the last person that goes in the woods, or the last person that birdies, the last person that 1 putts. Even if it's the same hole. If I birdie first and you birdie after me, you're going to be asking me for this chip because it's a positive chip. So it's like a hot potato. It comes down to the 18th hole. Whoever's holding the positives and negatives at that time pays up or gets paid. Redneck golf. You don't have to be a redneck to play redneck golf.
Redneck.